from other, like from each other. You can actually, like, if you have those skills, you can actually, like.
And that's good because you learn from the other person. You
and
know,
it's
like,
a lot of fun.
You can also like say, you're doing this part because you're good at that, and you're doing that because everybody has like the kind of role, and you can do something bigger together.
Yeah, this is the fact as well. Like doing something bigger. This is really, it's very nice.
And if you get stuck, you're not getting stuck alone. You get stuck
Yeah.
with 4 people. You're stuck together in it. No, but you like it's faster kind of like, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
How do you see it, Micha?
I think it has a lot to do with kind of the characters as well. I can't just say like I'm good alone or good with groups or something. I think it's just you have to kind of have the same vibe, also the same. I don't know, like the way you schedule your time, the way you work has to be some kind. It just kind of has to work together. But I like the feedback part of it, because alone sometimes I kind of maybe feel lost, or maybe I just go way off in one direction, and maybe sometimes it's good to have someone maybe pull you back a little bit or something, and kind of give a more neutral perspective. And like in school you always have the teachers for that, but maybe like outside the school context.
What do you do when the teacher gives you a strange feedback that you're not agreeing with? What do you do?
I have my own opinion.
You decide.
I'm good at understanding where they're coming from. Even I don't know. I like the critique. It doesn't happen often that I'm just like, no, this critique is absolutely doesn't make sense. I did it well, and I have no idea what they're talking. It's mostly not like that. What could be is they kind of suggest something, and I already know, like, no, that's for sure not the way to go for me. And then maybe I kind of kindly ignore it, but then I also deliver something good. If I kind of ignore their advice, then I'm also on my own, and I have to solve the problem myself.
That's true,
But I do think you shouldn't work just to please the teacher.
You can say no, and I think it's normal. It's your own work, so it's okay to say no, but it has to be justified.
Yeah, you have that. That's right. You have to justify.
Yeah, you have to really
Not say,
I'm doing that just because I'm doing that. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and they have some experience, the teachers as well, so their feedback is always useful. I don't think it's always like bad. I mean, it's not never bad.
You have more questions?
I think we should maybe right now, because also with the corona and I was asking myself, how could you as a designer do something for social change? I was also asking myself, how can you do that? As a type designer, it's really difficult, like maybe do a typeface, but that's not really possible. How could you do that as a graphic designer? Do you just like have specific kinds of clients? Do you work for, I don't know, for example, if Adidas asks you to do something, would you do it? It just depends on the payment. But how can what can designer do for social change, and how can you work with?
I think it depends. What kind of graphic designer? Graphic designer students? Graphic designers?
In the future.
Well, to deliver the message, I mean, it's important to as well to contribute to what's happening in the world, I think, and a graphic designer could really like get the message out there, I think, in general.
Yeah, I think to me it seems like kind of maybe the dimension of what's good or what's bad, like the moral thing, and what's aesthetic or isn't, like, to me those are kind of two separate dimensions, but we kind of often confuse them for each other. I think what we respond to is the aesthetic, but this is for sure not always kind of, there's not always a correlation with if it's actually good or not.
Yeah.
And so kind of designers, to me, kind of a very neutral job in the beginning, like the act of making, I don't know, something that's aesthetically
Sort of
valuable.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it's kind of another question from if it's moral or not, and the moral question is kind of that's a really difficult one. That kind of it's a very personal thing as well, if you want to be kind of a good person or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of separate from the job, but I mean, it's a reality that you have to kind of make money, and to make money, that's not inherently valuable yet, but that's kind of difficult. Like, if you need the money, what do you do? Do you accept the job that you?
You're against it or not? Yeah. I think it's important as well. I mean, I don't know. I never been in a situation where I didn't feel myself like I didn't position myself against it, so I couldn't say how I would react. But I totally understand Micha's perspective, where there's as well money on the game as well, and or you have you have to choose it.
Yeah,
feel for
I
it
think
or no.
that's maybe when you're working, right? But I think that we are not only graphic designers; we are human beings.
Yeah, I have to
with a
choose,
voice.
Yeah.
No, what I mean is that you can actually... Man.
I'm just joking.
No, you can actually do something, right? We see a lot of graphic designers now. They are doing like, maybe that's that's free.
Yeah.
Doing like, I don't know, like t-shirts and like donating the money or having a voice, like, I don't know, doing a poster with a message in it.
Yeah.
I know that's not going to change
The world, yeah.
but that's information you put out, right? And that I think you have, as a person, you have a voice, you can do something. And if you have clients, the thing is, if you are not in the head, right, you can actually not do a lot. Of course, you can say that to your boss, but if you have your own clients, teach them.
Yeah, of course.
And try to understand them and teach them about something that you know that's maybe not good for, it's not well seen in society, or trying to connect with them, trying to communicate with them.
Yeah, in the end, you shouldn't share a message if you're against it or not.
Yeah.
I think you really have to have your position as well as a designer. And
It's kind of like a tricky question.
But it's a tricky question.
Tricky question.
Yeah,
it's not easy to answer.
No,
because
it's
everybody
not.
has to answer from themselves. It's not. There's nothing right or wrong. It also depends where you work and
where you are when you're living. Like,
also what's the situation that you're living. If you don't have any money, you probably
we should really be thankful we're in Switzerland. You know, if you don't have money, we can get money.
It's easy. It's kind of easy to get a job
right?
here. You can easily get some money and have like a nice living. But if you're in another place in the world, you cannot be like.
We can actually say no
choose.
to clients because we're not going to suffer from hunger or. We have.
If you don't if you don't accept the policy by Nestle, you can just, and they ask you to do a graphic design and you completely against it, you can say no. But, I don't know if you're like in another, if you don't have the money, or like if you need the money, you probably say yes.
Depends, I think, on yourself as well. I think it's really personal, questionable.
Yeah.
Personal responsibility as well. I think it's not.
I think starting from the bottom is always a good idea.
You're saying.
Actually, can we stop?
We have to start small and go bigger.
But what are you doing? What do you like? Oh, we're doing something for, I don't know. We shouldn't drop names.
I think you can say no, or as
do you think so?
Yeah, you say no as an intern.
You think so?
Yeah,
but as an employee.
As an employee, it's a little bit different because
I don't know. I think you always have to have your word to say, and your boss should consider that. I think if you're against it, you're not gonna
But it depends. It depends. Can the 5 years you know what?
We have like experiences.
Yeah,
you never know once.
Yeah, then we know. Okay, it's maybe not a good good choice to work for X country.
Yeah, but I think for young designers, like do research. Like search for information when it comes to people,
companies,
the things the topics we're right now living, like all these things about other countries, racism, all these kind of crazy things that are happening in the world. I think that first just searching for information and that's
then you know about it, then you can work with it,
and you can work with it if you have the knowledge, I think, and awareness, of course, awareness and knowledge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you have to know the stuff to act on it. You cannot be like it. You have to know it. Yeah, maybe you cannot act on something if you know, this is not the right way, but you know it, and maybe you can act on it in like 2 or 3 years when you have more experience or more power or something.
And be aware of the things that happen. That's really important. Not just be in your bubble.
Kind of as a grow as a kind of. Also grow as a person.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But I think we as designers, and we choose to do the studies because we really like doing it. It's a kind of a passion, because you cannot be like, it's not a job. I don't know. For me, it's not a job. For me, it's more a passion, a hobby. I really like. I like doing graphic design and type design. It's like one piece of me, kind of. I see it as a part of me, and I want to show that to the world, and I also want to create change with that. I want to make the world a little bit better, but it's a utopia. But you can try to do it with something nice looking, or something with a nice message, nice content, something like this.
Yeah, but you're not only a graphic designer. I think you have more interest as well. Like you have the part of your family is not from here. You have a lot, right? And I think that actually impacts your work as well.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
The interest you have, I don't know, away from graphic design bubble thing.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, it makes a lot of, I don't know,
that's
it impacts your work, your messages, I don't know.
Yeah, you have like 2 different parts of, you have like this part of, I'm the designer, but also you're like your life and what surrounds you, and you get influenced by people, or by the media you consume, other hobbies also like this. I don't know if you, I also sometimes when I'm like doing other, not design, I get inspired from doing other kinds of stuff, because I can take a system or some element of the other activity to do it in the design.
That's an interesting part.
No, I think we answered kind of all the questions, and we're already been talking so long. As always. Normally in the atelier we are like the talkative one. We're like talking all the time. Thank you, Kade, for having me, and especially my dear friends.
Brothers and sisters.
For having you here, guys. Really thank you. It's really nice.
Yeah, we're glad to be here as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, bye. Have a nice weekend, and
don't drink too much.
It's still Corona. It's still quarantine.